Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our yoga practice. We are settling in on the mat. Change it up. Just another minute or so before we get going. And we are going to begin in child's pose today if you wanted to head that way. We're just rolling out our mat, making our space, using this time how we see fit. Another minute or so. We're going to start heading toward our child's pose if you haven't already. The toes near one another, knees can be near one another. You could take them wide to the edges of the mat. And we'll gently melt the belly down. Maybe it sits on the thighs, maybe it's resting between them. You can keep a little softness in the arms. A little bend at the elbow, or you can make a pillow with the fists or the palms. Somewhere to rest the head. We take a moment here. Let the hips settle toward the heels. Find a little ease in the shoulders. Feel the mat beneath you, that nice foundation. As you take a moment to tune into the breath. Here in child's pose, we may not be able to take the nice full rounds that we can through other parts of our practice. But we can check the rhythm, find that nice cadence. Begin to center the mind as well. Welcome it to be here in the present with you. Focused on that connection between the body and the breath, the movement, how you're feeling. If you'd like to set an intention for your class today, I welcome you to do so. Just something positive that's speaking to you today. It could be gratitude. Could be that you're feeling strong and you want to focus on that. It might be hope, whatever's on your heart. Just touching in if you like. And if you're resting the head on the hands, we'll go ahead and stretch them overhead. Getting a nice stretch through the body. Hips stay settled. And when you're ready, we'll walk the hands over to the right. Settling back in as we create a big stretch through the left ribs. We'll come back through center and over to the left. Finding ease. Feel that space between the ribs. We'll come back to center. Inhale up. Exhale as you transition all the way down onto the belly, chin in the mat. The tops of the feet connect to the mat. Feet are about hip width distance. We'll bring the hands under the shoulders. Gentle inhale up of chin and collarbone. A nice baby cobra. Start to activate your back. Exhale as you release. Take a breath. Inhale up, baby cobra. Long spine. Try not to put too much weight in the hands here. Maybe you can drum out the fingers. The feet stay connected down. Exhale as you release. We'll extend the right arm out to a T. Left hand goes into the mat, 90-degree bend in the left elbow. We'll gently rotate toward our right, creating a little stretch through the chest and the shoulder. Really mindful of how your body is feeling, stopping when you need. We're still warming up. We'll come back to center. Bring the right palm to the mat, that elbow at about 90. Left arm reaches out straight to a T. And then we gently roll to the left side. Again, mindful of how your shoulder is feeling, not going too far. And back to center. Chin into the mat, arms down alongside body. We'll lift the right foot up, the knee just bending at the knee so thigh stays connected. And let that foot fall toward the body. You can reach back with the right hand if you like and gently draw that foot in a little closer, creating a big stretch through the quad. Gently release. Right foot journeys down to the mat. And then we lift the left. Again, we're bending at the knee. Let the foot fall toward the body. You can stay right here, letting gravity help you create a little space. Or you could reach back with the left hand and gently draw the foot closer to the body. Continue to breathe. We'll release the left foot with control. Take it down to the mat. We'll bring hands up under shoulders. Inhale up. Maybe move past baby cobra and let a rib or two lift. More weight goes into the hands if you take that option. Gazes forward. Exhale as you release. Take a breath. Inhale up to your left once more. With control, we'll bring it back to the mat. We'll press hips to heels, child's pose. Nice counter posture for that back work. Arms stay stretched overhead. We'll inhale up to tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll create that foundation as we step the right toes back. The ball of the foot is in the mat. Press through the heel for a minute, stretching out the calf. You do a little rock forward and back here if you like to, stretching the foot a little. Find stillness. Draw the navel toward the spine as you engage the core and lift the right leg. Keep the heart lifted. And if you like, you can draw the left arm up. Balanced tabletop. Gently lower hand and knee. Return to that neutral. And then step the left toes back. Press through that heel. Awareness moving through the back of the left leg. And you could take that rock, embrace any creaks or cracks as you invite a little movement into the ankle and the foot if you do so. And then shoulders over wrists, strong core, strong back. We fly the left leg. Toes are dialed to the earth, heel is pressing back. And if you'd like, you can draw the right arm up. Continue to breathe. And lower hand and knee. Turning to our neutral, we'll take both hands forward, a handprint. Curl the toes. Start to lift the knees as you shift the hips up and back. Down dog. Fingers are spread wide, gripping the mat. We'll start to walk the feet toward the hands as we find forward fold. Upper body hangs. You could grab the elbows. Hands can reach to the earth. You can keep a little micro bend at the knees here. Shake the head a little yes and no. Loosen the neck. We'll find stillness as we gently roll up. Come to Tadasana, our strong mountain pose, head over heart. Stand tall. Arms are down alongside body, shoulders dropping away from the ears. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice big inhale as we lift. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice big inhale as we reach up. We'll meet with hands overhead. Maybe you touch palms, interlace fingers. They can also just shine at one another. We'll take a little movement left and right. Like a metronome. You can start to press out through the hips, deepening that stretch as you shift the weight from foot to foot. Move at your own pace here. We'll slow it down and meet back at center. Release the hands if they're interlaced. And then gently fold down. Hands to feet. Head hangs heavy. Our forward fold. On an inhale, we'll come to half lift, that nice flat back. Gaze is at the earth, hands at shins or thighs. Exhale as you release. Heel toe the feet together. Start to lower the hips. And then we'll leave the hips low as we lift the heart, chair pose. Let the legs press against one another. Nice strong foundation. Draw the tailbone down. Arms reach out in front of us, holding that big beach ball. You could have hands at heart center if that feels better on your shoulders. Feeling strong in our legs. Feeling a little heat in the body. We'll drop the hands toward the feet, lift the hips back to forward fold. On an inhale, come to half lift. Notice the subtle difference this time with feet together. Keep that connection to your foundation as you release back to forward fold. And big inhale draws us up. Reach the arms tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice big inhale as we reach. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Lower the hips, lift the heart, chair pose. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. We'll plant the hands, step one foot back and then the other. High plank. You can lower to the knees anytime. With elbows tight to the body, we'll move through chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes and inhale up to your cobra. Exhale as you release. Curl the toes, press the hips up and back. Down dog. Take a few moments here. You can invite in gentle movement if that serves you. We'll start to walk the hands toward the feet this time, meeting at the back of the mat in forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Nice big inhale draws us up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take hands to hips. Left foot steps forward about 2 to 3 feet. Feet are on skis. Soles of the feet are flat. We stand tall. Lead with the heart as you hinge at the hips. Our nice pyramid shape. Stop whenever your body needs to. Mindful of how the back of your front leg is feeling. Both feet firmly rooted down. That might be 10 degrees. Maybe you end up going 90. Maybe you fold forward. Notice as you move if the hips begin to really shift. We want to try to keep them square to the short edge of the mat as best we can. We'll take a generous bend in that front knee as we press up. And step that foot back. Right foot steps forward 2 to 3 feet. Hands to hips to start. You could also go hands at heart center if you prefer. With control, hinge at the hips, take the heart forward, checking in continuously with the back of your front leg. Try to keep a long spine here. As you practice, if you want to start moving toward more of a fold, you have blocks on either side of the foot. You could use furniture to help hold you on and gently transition. Always fun to explore. We'll take a generous bend in that front knee and press up. Step the right foot back. So we're going to turn the right foot to be parallel to the back short edge of the mat. We're going to take a big step forward with the left. Start to bend that knee. The toes of the left foot are toward the front edge. The blade of the back foot is in line with the back edge. So we have our warrior two stance. Knee is in line with the toes on the front. Back leg is relatively straight. We stand tall and inhale the arms up. Shoulder height, palms down at the mat. Draw the fingers together, making little blades with the hands. One forward, one back. We gaze in front of us, strong and steady. Notice if you're scrunching the shoulders up towards the ears. If you are, let them gently fall down. And if having the arms outstretched again doesn't serve you, hands to heart center. It's a great check-in point. We'll take the left forearm to left thigh as we reach the right arm up. Alternately, you could engage the core. Let that lower arm float. Fingers pointing toward the earth, heart nice and open. We still have that bend in the front knee. We'll gently inhale up. Back to warrior two. We drop the back hand, rotate the front palm toward the sky, lift up and back. You can straighten the front leg if you like, optional. Our exalted warrior. That back hand can kind of float and rest on the thigh. We'll transition back through our warrior two. Again, bending that knee if you straightened that leg. And come back to our extended stretch. If the forearm is on the thigh, right hand can reach toward the sky, or you could take it up overhead, deepening that stretch through side body. If you have that lower arm floating, leave the right arm up toward the sky. Nice open heart. Inhale up. Back to exalted warrior. And then we'll bring the left arm down. We'll straighten the front leg if you haven't already. Turn the front toes to the long edge of the mat. And then turn the back toes to the short edge at the back. So we're just changing our feet. The blade of the left foot is in line with the front edge. The toes of the right foot are pointed at the back edge. We start to bend the right knee. And we've come to warrior two on the opposite side. Inhale the arms up. And give a little double check on the arms. We want one straight out and straight back. Sometimes that back arm, though, has a tendency to float one way or the other. So just a little double check with the eyes as then we return. That gaze is forward. Right forearm to right thigh. Left arm reaches to the sky. And again, that float is an option. Keep the hips sitting low. We'll inhale up, warrior two. We'll drop the back hand, rotate the front palm to the sky, and then lift up and back. Each side of the body will be a little different, so be mindful as you move, continually checking in, feeling those connections, those surprises. Gaze follows the upper hand as best it can. And then we transition back to warrior two, that generous bend at the front knee, knee in line with the toes. Right forearm to thigh, left arm up and over. Again, if you're floating the lower arm, leave the upper arm toward the sky. And as you hold the shape, notice if you start to rotate the body in. If you do, just gently open it up. Feel that little rotation through the ribs. We'll lift up. Backhand down, front palm rotates, lift up and back, exalted warrior. Lower the front arm, leave the leg straight or straighten it if you haven't already. We'll turn right toes to the long edge of the mat. We're in a nice wide angle stance. Make any adjustments you need to so that the feet are roughly parallel to one another. Take hands to hips. Stand tall, lead with the heart as you fold forward. Take your time. After that halfway point, go ahead and drop the hands to the earth. As you surrender into this wide-legged forward fold, if the head is on the earth, heel toe those feet in slightly to lift you up. And as you hold the shape, check in to see where the weight's sitting in the feet. If you're all the way back on your heels, shift the hips forward slightly. Allow more of that weight to sit toward the front half of the feet. Be mindful of how that feels through the back of the legs. Making little modifications as you go. Each day will be a little different in our body. Our yoga practice is a wonderful way to tap into it, to build that awareness, to help us all work as one. Start to engage the core as we inhale up to half lift. Exhale as you release. Big inhale draws us up. We'll reach the arms tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Heel toe the feet in as we safely come out of that nice wide stance. We'll meet back at the front of our mat for a little transition down to the mat. Find your Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale as you release. Plant the hands, step one foot back and then the other. Nice high plank. Lower down, use the triceps. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale to down dog. Take a breath. Then gently lower the knees. Uncurl the toes, hips to heels. Child's pose. Soften the arms. And again, you could make a pillow with the fists or the palms. Returning to where we started in our practice. As we take a moment here to reconnect with the breath, to check in with the body. Maybe you tap back into that intention that you set for your practice. Use each exhale to help you release a little more. And you can stay here for a few minutes. You could head to a Shavasana if you like. But if you're rounding out your practice with me today, we'll gently lift up into that kneeling position as we bring hands together at heart center. Feel in our practice. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words and those kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our yoga practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat next Tuesday morning. Bye, y'all.